All right, welcome everybody. No fancy intro, sorry.
Hi.
This is I know this is we're doing this on the poor man's dime, right? I don't have a whole group of people working behind me to feed me videos and graphics. This is just hey, let's do some streaming. Okay. So of course I am C Raptor. I'm joined this evening by my buddies Lord Zath. Say hi, Zath.
Hi, Zath.
Yeah, typical. I should have expected that garbage out of you. Doomlock, what's up, buddy?
Hello. Greetings.
All right, so for those of you that don't know, we are, the three of us have the fortune, or misfortune, I suppose, depending on how you want to view it, of working on the World of Warships wiki here in North America, English version of the wiki, and we're going to use that privilege this evening to bring you a first look at a couple of new ships. First up, we're going to show you guys Bretagne. Yeah.
Those of you
Now-
watching my stream, enjoy the port view. She's a beauty.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here. The first thing that struck me about this ship, now I have never played any of these ships, okay? First thing that struck me about this ship, it looks a lot like Texas. Am I crazy?
Nope.
No. You're pretty much correct on that much, on
I mean,
that fact, except for the all the casemates.
Yeah.
Well, no,
All
Texas
right,
did
welcome,
have
everybody.
these casemates. They were all removed eventually.
No fancy
intro, sorry.
Mhm.
Hi.
This is what size are these guns, Doom? Refresh my memory.
The main battery of Bretagne is 340 millimeter 45 caliber rifles.
340 is 13 inches?
13.4, 13.5. They're a little
Close
larger
enough, I
than
guess.
Dunkirk's.
All right. I'll tell you what. Let's queue these things up and go see how they play. So just so everybody's aware, we've got about 2 hours here. We've booked a stream. We're gonna blow through these. We're gonna do Bretagne and Richelieu for sure. We've also got Monaghan and Asashio to show you guys. I had a specific request to show everybody Salem, so we're gonna do at least one Salem game, and then at that point, I don't know, we'll probably have at least time for one more game. We'll either go back to do something we want to do, or if you guys have a request, make it. I got the chat window open here. This is a new experience for me. I'm used to doing competitive streaming of World of Warships, which means I'm on a 10-minute delay. This is the first time I've ever actually streamed like live, so I can interact with people without that 10-minute delay. So hey, woohoo!
Matchmaker smiled upon us. It's actually a tier 5 game.
I know, I love it. I'm pretty excited. Doomlock, you're one of our history guys. Tell us about the history of Bretagne.
Well, Bretagne is quite the early battleship in this line. She was laid down in 1912 and was commissioned in the French Navy in 1916. She was built to help combat the issue of the Austro-Hungarian Navy at the time. They actually had a decently sizable force at the time, but they never really saw any combat in it. Later on down the road, she got a lengthy refit at Toulon between 1919 and 1920, giving her mostly the form that you see her in now, in game at this current point. Giving a bunch of AA defense guns, more rangefinders, etc., etc. Her sisters, Provence and Lorraine, also received the same treatment, but they were placed in reserve later. Looking through, she remained in Toulon in World War II, to help combat the possibility of a threat posed by the Italian fleets. But overall, she didn't do too terribly much during the war. Let's see. And she was also... the end of her life was unfortunately tragic. During the English attack on Mers al-Kabir, she was hit by by 4 15-inch shells from Hood, Resolution, and Valiant, though none of them is individually credited with any of the shells. They were hitting below the waterline, igniting some of her main battery shells and triggering a mass explosion.
So, So this is a World War I era ship, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You said she was laid down in 1912, yes?
Laid down 1912 and was commissioned in 1916.
So, I kind of compared her to Texas a minute ago in terms of how she looks, but that's actually pretty accurate. Like, she's a contemporary of Texas, same era.
Yep.
Yep, Texas, if I recall, was laid down in 1914.
Right.
And she was commissioned before the end of World War One. She saw some, I believe, convoy duty. I don't remember off the top of my head what Texas did in World War One. She saw some sort of service.
I can't remember, but yeah, I see where you're going.
I think
I'm
you're
going
right
to
on
push
the
into the
convoy.
center here. And
Oh,
then,
okay.
why not? Let's be ballsy. I mean, do you see anybody on the 2 line worth shooting at if we go to A? I don't.
Not just you.
But I'm not on the 2 line.
You will be.
Typical. All right, so
By the way, question. You said
so she was still not commissioned. Was she still in commission when she was sunk at Mers al-Kabir?
I believe so. Yes, she was still in the French fleet after the armistice. Obviously, she was under the whole French fleet at the time was under a strict rule of it is not to be used for the German forces by the Vichy government, and if they did, Britain was going to attack it, and they made a preemptive strike that was Mers al-Kabir to kind of make sure that didn't happen. They didn't really believe Vichy France.
Right, I knew that. I just wasn't 100% confident that some of these older ships were still around. I would have figured she would have been scrapped during the interwar years, but apparently I would be wrong.
Even her... Oh, yeah. And there's an Iron Duke out there. Even her earlier tech tree counterpart, Corbet, was still in service at the time. And she's even older.
We've got a Minakazi in front of us somewhere, too, so stay frosty. Yep, there he is.
Indeed.
That's why I slowed down and let someone else take the lead.
Hey man, this Omaha's got our back. And look at that Minakazi he's shooting widespread, so I feel pretty comfortable here. Yep. Shifting to New York since I'm losing the Iron Duke.
As am I. Had to get used to shell velocity on these.
Yeah, not knowing these guns, I'm a little
I played one round in her before, though it's been a while.
It's not bad. I got 9K on an angled New York. These guns are okay. Yeah, we'll deal with this Minakazi and then we'll go deal with the Congos.
The Congo line?
Yeah, the Congo line.
Congo's actually quite the old ship too. Congo's around the same time frame. She reminds me a little bit of
Texas, not just in the configuration, but like she's fat and slow.
Yes, to both accounts. If you've played the U.S. standards, you're familiar with the trundling along that they do.
Yep.
We'll go gadget secondaries.
We're definitely trundling. Come on, Omaha, kill this loser. Your guns reload faster than that.
Hope my streamers are viewers are enjoying the secondary views here.
I mean, you could look at the sides of these things. They're just bristling with their
there are
casemates.
Tons of guns on these things.
The French saw the Germans' secondary power and said, "We can do one better."
That's right, law. We can do better. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this, Nicholas. He gave me a smoke screen. I don't need a smoke screen.
I don't need no smoke screen.
We don't need your stinking smoke screen. I'm getting lined up for shot on this Koenig behind the island here.
Roger that. Keeping an eye on
There's an Omaha south of us I'm going to go look for. Or it's a Phoenix.
Oh, it's both, actually. both those cruisers down there are on Omaha and the Phoenix.
Okay.
Phoenix Station.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn back. There's no need to go out there again. That's a nice hit on the Congo, or the Koenig.
Nice, nice.
Set up for a shot on one of these cruisers. Yeah, see, I'm glad we're showing these ships. I'm not a tremendous battleship fan. Like, I play more cruiser than anything, and I really don't care for, I really don't care for battleships in general. I mean, I've played a lot of battleship, but I just prefer the flexibility you get out of a cruiser. The ability to impact the battle more quickly.
I've played over almost half of my battles are in cruisers myself. 3 of my 4 tier 10s right now are cruisers as well.
Yeah.
Zao was my first one. When I got into CBT, I started going down both the US cruiser line and IJN cruiser line. The rapid reload of Des Moines was really appealing at the time, and then I started going down the Japanese as well, and they just really clicked with me. I got Kraken in closed beta before Kraken was a thing.
How you doing over there, Zeth?
Oh, I'm just secondarying the crap out of 2 ships right now.
I'd say, are you about to crush the Omaha?
Well, I got my guns at the stupid Iron Duke, but we'll see.
I mean, I've got some guns forward. Might be able to shoot him. He's giving a nice little broadside there.
I think I'm behind this Phoenix.
Torpedo beats.
Yep.
Yep, there we go.
Dispersion, please.
No velocity's not quite. I guess I'm just not used to it yet. To figure out how to fire these guns.
I didn't have a chance to. I didn't really go and check. Ow.
I didn't really either.
Koenig, look, I know you wanted my attention, but shooting me is not the way to go about it.
Ooh, those will look good. Come on, little Omaha, eat those for me. Well, yeah, overpens. Blah.
I mean, he did eat them, just not the way you wanted him to.
I know, I wanted him to die. Die like the worm you are. Puny cruiser.
Speaking of death and puny cruisers.
Well shot. Well done. Nice shot.
And another Omaha is dead. And another one bites the dust.
Trying to get the lead right on these things is a bit of a challenge. I think I'm still behind this Omaha. I am.
Very
Jeez.
much so.
Missed my Hindenburg guns. These
Well,
things
it's also
are so
probably... Okay,
Finally.
comparing them to Hindenburg is probably a bad idea there.
Yes,
You're going to be
I know,
disappointed
I know.
every time.
I'm aware. Want to buy railguns, PST.
Probably a combination of both unfamiliar shell velocity and the speed of the Omaha. Omaha can surprise you with how fast. It can go sometimes.
How did that Congo and C still alive? How did you not kill him?
Well, you see, he was angled, and there were better targets to shoot at.
Oh, fair enough. You still make me very sad. Zath's
He's out of the battle right
doing
now.
good over there. Kicking ass and taking names.
Working on it.
He's taken 3 of them.
Yeah, I'm at 70k
Alright.
so far.
I'm only a measly 42,001. Yes, that's 42k 1. I don't know where the 1 came from, but...
Good angles on
Oh.
these guns. I'll give him that.
Oh, there, the Congo fired
She
at me over
she
the
has
island.
one nice improvement over Texas in the sense of, like, yeah, similar layout and all that, but you don't have the problems getting that middle turret on target like you do with New York, right? Texas is
not at all.
that middle turret on Texas is so irritating to try and get on target. Help me
Texas
crush this
is a-
Koenig, and then we can kill the Omaha.
Texas has, I think, a couple more degrees on the middle turret, but a couple less degrees on the 4th turret.
Stath, you died.
Well,
You weren't supposed to
yeah,
die.
How could you?
Sorry, I was low, you know, being focused
I
on
think
by
this
3
Phoenix
ships.
is charging me.
And HE spanned by an Iron Duke that just
Is
let
he
him
now?
die.
I think so. I'll have to turn and kill him real fast. Hang on.
Well, I hope everybody enjoys watching the stream so far. I'm enjoying watching Raptor burn right now. Good times. Silly Phoenix.
I'm tired
There
of
we
burning.
go.
It's irritating. Nice hit. Let me see if I can get this guy off the board for you. Minikazi's still down here somewhere too. We gotta stay frosty.
Chasing the Wyoming.
Is he chasing the Wyoming? I can live with that.
So? Actually, he might be coming after.
Pretty tired of this friggin' Omaha.
Oh, the Koenig was firing HE at me. How sad.
He's been firing HE the whole game. Hey, the Congo lives.
He lives. 3 overpens on the Omaha.
Yeah.
Kamikaze is chasing the Wyoming. Torpedoes just hit him.
Okay, I can live with that. The guns
I
feel
mean,
pretty good, I
do you
think, once you
really-
get used to the velocity, right? Like, I'm not
Yeah.
a huge fan of the... I guess I'm not sure what I'm trying to say there, but... Not bad.
They're not the worst guns in the world.
Far from it.
That belongs to, I think, Mikasa.
I would agree with you there.
Let's watch the Omaha die.
Oh, what was
Terrible
that shot?
Terrible shot.
What was
Come
that
on.
garbage?
Get good.
Here, have some secondaries.
Still missing a lot.
You flooded out the Wyoming, are you kidding?
Hey!
There we go.
Now comes the question, do you go for the Congo or do you go for the Kamikaze?
Oh, crap. The Minikazi's still over here.
Oh yeah,
I already
Bear's
positioned
down.
for the
This is
Congo.
bad. This is bad. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna flood out. Oh,
Ironic,
so
since you just
irritating.
made fun of the Wyoming for flooding out.
Well, I'm gonna flood out now. Well, I
You have to live up to your name at some point.
yeah, I suppose. Yeah, well, this just goes to show I should have let that fire burn and saved my repair for the Minikaze, but oh well. Crap happens, I'm out.
Hashtag noob mistakes.
I'm not sure why the Congo is not pushing the Minikaze. That's a little surprising to me.
Seriously, 1 overpen? Game, please.
Not sure why
Like, why is this Congo burning? Oh, the carrier's been bombing him. That's right, our carrier's an idiot.
our carrier's dead.
That's what I said, our carrier's an idiot. He didn't turn his engines on, so he died.
No, he did turn his engines on. He was dead in J1.
He was running most of the game. I did see him running.
Well, it's because that Phoenix and they pushed around and he failed to like run north where the team was, but well, whatever. Done now.
I mean, tier 5.
There we go.
You know, there it is.
Oh, hello there, planes. I
I can answer questions. Clutch Cargo asks, "What level captain are you using?" This is a 19-point captain because I'm cheap.
Yep, I'm clubbing with a 19-pointer as well.
Yeah, Sorry. What are my skills? I think I did the zombie build for battleships, so it's probably basic survivability, high alert, fire prevention. I think I went AFT. Oh, there's the Minikaze. Hey Congo, don't die. What else did I? That sounds right. I can't remember. Hey Congo, use your rudder. Use your rudder. At least he slowed down. That's something. Yeah, something like that. And then 14 IJN 14-inch. They might be. If I recall right, IJN 14-inch. That's Fuso, right, Goose? Isn't that what that is? And now the Congo's going to flood out. Hopefully he can kill this guy.
Minikaze made the mistake of using his guns.
No, he
Oh,
didn't.
the punishment.
Or all the splashes.
Minikaze is proxy spotted.
Now
He's
he
at 1
is.
kilometer. He's
Now
about to
he
kill
is.
the Congo.
He was 2.8 kilometers away.
Well, we're going to lose this game now. Low tier play is so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Congo and Fuso. There you go, Goose. So yeah, you may be right. It's been a while since I've played Congo or Fuso, so...
Well, if we're talking about the first ones to get the 14 inches, that's actually that's all the way down to Miyogi.
Yeah, but Miyogi's garbage and no one with any brains plays her regularly, so...
You know, I actually enjoyed playing Miyogi when Nico had a forum contest to do XP in the Miyogi.
Ugh, you sadist.
Well, it was do tough XP in a tier 4 battleship, and I thought Miyogi's the fastest, so I can get to caps. And I equipped Die Hard, you know, on her, and just basically rammed the shit out of things. A lot of fun.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Too funny.
I mean, you know, turn her into a giant torpedo. Realize the Minikaze's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying, you're going to have
Yep.
to get into B. You know that.
Oh yeah, I'm making my way over there now.
Hey, look,
torpedoes.
torpedoes. Who knew?
It's almost as if I knew they were. Ow!
He lit 2 fires, that schmuck.
And now you get to
Yes.
flood out.
No.
Alright, he's out of B, so he's probably at the islands.
I don't think they can catch us as long as Doom lives. They've got
Yeah.
70 seconds.
Turn due
They can't
south.
catch us on points. The only way they can catch us is if they lets the Minikaze into B and he stops us. I think they might be able to do it. I think we're going to win otherwise. It's going to be tight.
He can't see me. I know where he's at. He's in the cap and he can't see me. He's
So he's
on the
behind
other
the
side of that island.
That's fine. Just stay in the cap with him, and we should tick out and win. They got to make up 60 points. They're getting 6 every 6 seconds.
Torpedo
I don't think
bombers
they can
coming
get
in.
there. It's going to be tight.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll win on points if you don't kill this guy.
It's going to be tight. That Minikaze's dumb enough to show himself, though. Doom's going to plaster him. He's on like 1,200 HP.
Come on, AA.
You might be
Do
right, Zach. I
something
think,
about
I think they're about to catch us. Ooh, it's going to be so close. Couple more ticks. There he is. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him and we win. 8 seconds.
Hurry up, shoot!
You can do it. Shoot her. No.
You got torqued instead. You suck.
That close in zooming is just like, ugh. I was trying.
Too funny.
The secondaries failed me. They should have detonated him.
Well, considering we had 7
fun.
kills amongst the 3 of us, I think we did okay.
I think we did fine. That's not a
Yeah.
bad ship.
It's when you get close enough. When you get close enough, she's got plenty of secondary firepower to assist in your damage, but of course she's slow.
No,
Oh, who's asking
Seabear,
about-
you have not missed a
Asking about my
lighter click.
commander. Let's see. Who was asking me about the commander? Here we go. What have I done here? Priority target, high alert, basic survivability, fire prevention, AFT, adrenaline rush, and jack of all trades. Why did I do jack of all trades? I guess I felt like doing it. I had 2 points and didn't know where else to spend it. You know what? I should have spent that on EM. Oh, I know why I did it this way. Okay, so here's what it was, guys. When I built this captain, I built it for Richelieu. EM on Richelieu was kind of pointless. All your firepower is in one place. For Bretagne, obviously EM would be a better pick. Yep. Speaking of Richelieu, pick up your Richelieus, kid.
Indeed, I have. Where?
I'm so not a fan of this goofy division interface. There we go. All right, Zath. So odds on whether or not this is like Fortress Dunkirk.
Hmm. Well, how about odds on what tier this is going to be when we get in?
Oh, yeah, well, that could be bad too. All right, let's go.
Tier 10 with Midway. That's my guess.
All right, Richelieu, Le Cardinal. Now, unlike Bretagne, I actually have played at least one game in Richelieu before this.
Ooh.
I played a couple myself. I've enjoyed her so far.
Yeah, I'm not a. You're right, Sovereign. Oh my God, a tier 8 game? What? What?
It's a tier 8 to 6. There's some Clevelands.
This is a mythical tier 8 game. These don't exist. Everyone knows this.
Hey, that Cleveland on the enemy team is part of my name. He's a Doom Razor.
That's hilarious.
There's a clan. There's a Doom clan.
I like it. All right, kids. So what do we take first? Do we take HE or AP?
Well, just to say, the French 15-inch rifle is historically the second best 15-inch rifle ever made. Second only to the Littorio class 15-inch rifle. So take that what you will. It is a very good rifle.
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
Oh, don't go there. It's a family-friendly stream. All right, Doom. So Richelieu, as I remember, and you're the history guy, not me. This was the last French battleship ever constructed, yes?
No.
Okay,
she is
catch
not.
me up.
She is the second to last. Her sister was
Jean
the last.
Bart?
Yep.
Jean Bart, got it.
Richelieu was the most modern battleship that the French had at the outbreak / beginning parts of World War II. She was designed as a counter to, and if I'm remembering this correctly, designed as a direct counter to the Scharnhorst class fast battleships built by the German Navy. If I'm incorrect on that, they were built to combat the Bismarck class. One of the two. They were.
Oh, he turned out. Just a good look.
They both were. There were going to be 4 of the class. Richelieu and Jean Bart were the only ones who were completed. The third was going to be called, I believe, Clemenceau.
Clemenceau.
I think.
Clemenceau.
And then the final one was to be named Gascon. You obviously recognize that name from recent videos, obviously. And from what I've heard and read, that is actually a proposed modification to the original design.
Interesting.
She was laid down in 1935 and was commissioned into the French fleet in June of 1940. She served in the French.
Oh, I'm gonna get T-boned by Alabama.
French East
Ow.
Africa. French. Where's the word? French. I'm trying to remember what the. French West Africa. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. French West Africa, and spent most of her early career there until the until the fall of West Africa, couple years later. She engaged enemy battleships once in her career. She didn't sail out at the time, but she did engage them. If I remember, she engaged HMS.
Tago has balls. Check this guy out. Right across the middle of the map, full broadside. Zero crap skip.
She engaged. I know she engaged one of the R class. Where are you? Yes. She was attacked by HMS Barm and HMS Resolution. She didn't sustain too terribly heavy damage, though one of the hits did knock out one of her gun batteries. I believe it was the second turret, second gun from the left. Oh, and there's a single citadel on the Tago. Mm-hmm. After she was captured by the Allied forces, they decided they were going to continue using her. So she sailed to America, specifically the Brooklyn Navy Yard, to receive a refit and repairs to all the damage she had sustained. She received mostly a full bridge superstructure redesign, massively increased AA battery, complete with your American truck standard Orlikans and Bofors. She retained her main dual-purpose armament of her 100mm and her 155mm dual-purpose batteries. And then after her redesign, she sailed out under the banner of the Allies, making her one of the few ships to ever to fight on both sides of the war.
Now, we can't show you the stats on this ship, but I can tell you that the B-hull upgrade comes with the post-Allied refit, in the sense of she has a much beefier AA suite, packed with 40mm Bofors. So this ship probably has some of the best AA of any in the French battleship line.
I would think so, yeah.
Seth, you gonna help me with this Tirpitz?
What Tirpitz?
The one crawling up the 3 line?
You don't see my secondaries already starting to shoot him?
No. Not really looking over at you, I'm looking at him.
Okay, well, I just did see
he's looking at him, looking at you, looking at him. I has activated French flavor. I'm on my way over.
Oh, he's turning out? Scuzzbucket.
He's afraid of my secondaries.
A Tirpitz?
That's what
You're
he's
turning a
afraid of.
Tirpitz away with your secondaries?
Yep.
I mean, whether or not that's truth is to be determined. We can ask him. What scared you away? Was it the secondary battery, the Richeliu, or all the other ships here? Oh no, he's dead. Never mind.
As he should be.
Post-game interview?
How did you feel going up against these wiki people? I know this one guy had a really hard to read name. Oh, that was a good hit.
Up the butt. Take it.
So, monsieur, big fancy German battleship, how did you feel losing to a white flag waving Frenchie?
Oh dear.
We're about to test her side armor. I'm probably not going to like this test.
No, you won't.
Most ships do not like that test.
See if I can bait this Tirpitz into thinking I'm faster than I really am. Oh, crap.
Oh.
Wow. Hello, destroyers. Time to not be here. Afterburners engage.
Somewhere else. Someone hit the 500 health Otago.
Can't even see the 500 health Otago.
Dang it. He's the 500 health Otago still alive. Apparently you're being told to run.
I'm glad I need to be told this. C-23 and me are gonna have it out here in a minute.
Like
I
my
don't think
response?
he's gonna like how this ends.
Nuts! Okay, so the sea in what's usually A cap is filled with torpedoes over here. This Fubuki and Harakaze just dumped a load of fish everywhere.
Not surprising. M detected, so the Otago has pushed around the cap.
Well, he's certainly not healthy.
Nope, he's about to become even less healthy.
Ah, good. I was needing him to be less healthy.
You're what they call les incompetents.
That was quite the reference. I approve.
Oh, damn it. Somebody get eyes on that Kuzov again. I want to crush that guy. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Bring him back. Bring him back.
Just want to say
Oh,
hello
this
to everybody
Tirpitz.
that's
Get it back.
watching.
This Tirpitz,
D-Bear
he's
Sovereign.
he's got a problem.
Who's got a problem?
That Tirpitz over there.
Oh, you mean the one that's got two destroyers that are next to each other?
Yep,
Damn it.
who is... Grr. Targeting lock, please.
Dang it.
I fired where he was. Oh no, I fired below. Oh! Hello, hello Cleveland. Is this the
Hey.
Cleveland that was challenging Zath?
Yep.
Yes. It's the only surviving Cleveland they have left.
Now you gotta watch for the Kagro that was last spotted over here.
Oh, I just dodged a bunch of his torps. We're okay. Oh, I got one of my turrets disabled. That's super irritating in this ship.
There's the Kagero. Z-23's heading
There's
in,
the
though.
Zed. The Z-23's been stalking me all game. He hasn't managed to land a torp hit yet.
I like how this Tirpitz is still there. 5 overpens on a Cleveland. Remove filthy German. France strong.
Oh, please let me kill this guy.
Kill the Cleveland. Do it.
Do it. Do it. I love how we both had the same thought when he said do it.
Do it. I'll make sure this Tirpitz doesn't live to see the light of day. Or this Kagero, for that matter. Muhahaha.
This Bismarck is shooting HE at me. Like, what is this about?
It's probably about HE.
Go gadget secondaries.
Yee. Murder him. I've lost my destroyer screen. This is uncalled for. Alright. This Tirpitz appears to be reversing. Ha 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 ha! Now go away. Yes. Although please go right away into my main battery though. I'm fine with that. Only 1 overpen.
You know, you'd think this ship would play a little bit like North Carolina because of its gun layout, and I guess it kind of does. But the guns don't feel as nice.
Well, super heavy does make quite a difference.
Oh, you mean the American shells?
Yeah. Hi.
I was fixing to say, how is that Tirpitz still alive?
He just hid there. Just sat behind that island and healed. All right, Kagero is behind the island from me. Just somewhere in that square.
Mm-hmm.
I am not spotted. Of course, I will be once I get around this island, however. To you, I'm invincible. Yeah, sure you are. Good riddance, Yalone.
I shall keep on spitting out movie quotes.
One thing I do like about that, she handles nice, right? And you've got that extra speed if you want it.
Oh yeah. I'm about to get a broadside shot on this Bismarck.
Ow! So, we just tested the broadside armor. Test fail. Stake 22k from a Tirpitz. Ow.
It's merely a flesh wound.
Alright, so he gets the quotes. Good, good.
Sovereign, I'm not sure. The question he's asking me
That's
if
you.
the four gun turrets seem less accurate. What do you guys? How do you feel? Like, what do you think? Do you feel like the turrets are less accurate because there's 4 guns in them?
Well, I just shot at Doom here at 7.6 kilometer and didn't hit a single one, so.
Of course,
Well,
because
that's because you missed.
Right.
In my sessions with her, I think I've played maybe 5 to 6 battles maybe in her now. I haven't felt that. I've been able to get like the quick snap aim fire shots and still get some good results with it. Honestly, it doesn't feel like it's the quad turret thing. to me.
Yeah,
I think more or less it's also the all forward firepower.
I don't know what the dispersion on these guns is. I didn't check, and I couldn't show you guys even if I could. I also don't remember what.
Uh-oh. This
Oh,
might
nice hit. I don't remember what the Sigma is. I remember looking it up, but I don't remember what it is. I kind of like her. Like, this ship feels comfortable to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you also have the knowledge that whatever you're shooting, you have all your guns on target. You will always be able to fire 8 rounds at the enemy, no matter what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're running away. Oh, wow.
Well, but even then, you've got, like, one of the things that I remember about Dunkirk, and it's been a while since I played Dunkirk, so my memory would be faulty. When you turn to fire the guns over your shoulder, like as you are running away, you don't have, like, you have to show a lot of the ship. So I'm curious now. I'm going to flip the guns over here. I'm going to have a look at how, like, what kind of angle you can get shooting over the shoulder here, kind of as you run away. Because it's been a while since I remember. You're right, Goose. Leon is the one has the garbage Sigma, but she also has 16 barrels at tier 7, so.
Totally balanced.
So it's balanced, comrade. All right, this is not bad. I'm on about a...
Turret 1 can give a very heavy angle. Turret 2 can almost give the same heavy angle.
Oh, wow, you're right. Wow, look at that angle on Turret 1.
And I think the next, and I think Alsace and France are similar. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think they do seem to have good arcs for firing over the shoulder.
So for those of you who are wondering here, as I'm looking at it, it looks like Turret 1. Turret 1 can turn farther aft than Turret 2. Turret 1 looks like it can turn almost all the way around to almost 15 degrees off of center there. So you've got a huge arc there. And then it looks like Turret 2 is probably about 10 degrees on either side of the ship less than that. That's a pretty good arc, actually, for firing over the shoulder.
I like how this Kagro decided to reveal himself in front of a Cleveland.
And now, we know where he is.
The other thing I love about the ship, the base range is ridiculous. 23 kilometers.
It is ridiculous.
I remember when I first loaded up, I thought, what do you mean I don't get a spotter plane? And then I looked at the range, I was like, you don't need a spotter plane.
Well, I think that you lose that in the hull upgrade, I think. I don't remember.
The spotter plane? What, do you get it in the A hull and not in the B?
I believe A hull does have a catapult.
Okay, I didn't pay that much attention when I was messing with upgrades.
Yeah, I can flip over and look at the stock hull and see. I think it switches out, so I think. I don't remember. I haven't looked at stock hull in a while either.
Cool. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that is Richeliu, Tier 8 French line battleship. Haven't released her yet, but she's coming soon.
Yeah. That was 123k for me.
I only had 60, but I had a bunch of kills, so I can't really argue that. All right, let's do Monaghan next. Zath, you're going to switch accounts?
Yes, 1 sec, please, everybody.
Right. Nope, no worries.
I shall grab the Monaghan myself.
Yep, so we were only going to do a couple of the French battleships, guys. We're not doing all of that tonight. I want to show you guys Monaghan, Asashio, and we're going to do one game in Salem, and then we'll have a look at the clock and see what else we can do before we're off for the night. Planning on streaming them until about 9 p.m. Central Time here. That is another hour and 15 minutes or so. I don't even know what I got these crates for, but yay, crate.
Guess I could put up with you for that long.
Man, if you get tired, you just go anytime you feel like. We're going to see enough of each other this weekend. Damn.
I know, that's the point. I was trying to get
So for those of you who don't know, who are just joining the stream here, hanging out with us, Zath and I have spent the last 2 weekends together, quite a bit online here, doing live casts of the King of the Sea tournament. That's been taking place on North America. And this weekend, we're going to be doing more live King of the Sea action on Saturday with the North American finals. And then Sunday, what we've learned is that I think we'll be able to stream the finals on Sunday as well. Now, it's going to be different because we won't be in the games. We won't be driving the cameras. But if I understand things right, Wargaming is going to provide us with a live feed of the game that we'll be able to commentate on without any control over where the camera goes or what it sees. So we're going to try that out. So I'm going to get some stuff posted up on the channel in the event section and see how it goes. And honestly, and I haven't told this to Zath yet, but I'll say it now in front of him and everybody. If I'm just saying, if we don't like it, like if we're not comfortable doing it, or we just like, ugh, this is a pain in the ass, we'll just quit, guys, and you can go watch it live on someone else. Yep. But I feel like we owe it to the people who've stuck with us the whole tournament to give it a shot, and see if we can make it work.
Yep, that was my, and I kind of mentioned that in our little Discord channel. I have the same sentiment. Okay. If it's not working, then screw it. I got plenty of other things to do on my Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we've spent probably, let me think, we were about 17 hours into streaming this tournament. We've got another 10 left, right? So if I end up not streaming the last 5 hours, I'm really not going to be brokenhearted. We've put a lot of work in so far.
Yep. Plus, we know at least one of those streamers really loves the NA server, so I'm sure that they'll be completely unbiased.
What are you implying, Zach? What are you implying?
A fair and unbiased coverage, of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so we're moving to Monaghan. This is a Tier 6 American Premium Destroyer. I am a huge American Destroyer fanboy, so I can't wait to try this ship. I have never driven it, so I'm curious to see how she goes.
Watch out, everyone. We got a fan over here.
That's right. Total fangirl. I love the American Destroyer line. They're such fun. Plus, she's pretty. I mean, look at this thing.
I don't think she's pretty.
Yep, the 354 painted on the side.
Yeah. It's all right, Zath. You're allowed to be wrong. First time.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's check this out. This is going to be... MM hasn't crapped on us yet tonight. We're about to get crapped on.
Yeah.
This is going to be a Tier 8 game with carriers. I promise.
Totally.
Okay, it's Tier 7 game with carriers. We still got crapped on.
And there's a Cleveland and Shores on the enemy team. Lovely.
Grey Ghost, I believe you are correct. Do your history thing, but I'm pretty sure he's right. This is the ship that was patrolling the Pearl Harbor entrance that sank one of those mini-subs before the actual airstrike, yes?
Oh, yes. You are indeed correct. Monaghan was actually sitting at Pearl Harbor when the air raid was going off. I actually have a little bit of a minor personal connection to Monaghan in the form of when my dad went to the Naval Academy, but before he went there, he went to like a military prep school in Santa Barbara, and the algebra teacher was a retired captain by the name of Herman Cate. Well, he was stationed on Monaghan at Pearl Harbor.
Interesting.
So I wrote up a post about this over a couple years ago now on the forums, and found a couple pictures. There's a picture of Hart Cate and his commander standing on Monaghan like only a few minutes before the attack commences on Pearl Harbor. The whole I need to forum colors have changed, so dark text is on dark. All right, there we go. What had happened was, with the whole story, is where's the one from the gunnery officer? I know I have it here. There we go. Following the alarm to general quarters, the main battery and machine guns, and this is from his own mouth, were prepared for firing. There's no power on the ship, and the guns or ammunition hoists. Guns were operated by manual control, and ammunition was brought up by hand via manual hoisting. Machine gun ammunition was hastily belted and distributed. Firing was begun 15 minutes after the initial alarm. And there's a gate over here that's going to rudely interrupt my
it's okay.
My
you got some
talking
backup.
here. Yeah, you just go ahead and smoke up over there. Oh, and there's a cami. With a cami that foolishly decided to open up for some reason.
Zath, I'm gonna turn to go on your port side and pick up this guy. Oh, I thought he was gonna cut to B, but he didn't.
Nope.
He just ran
Smoking up
straight
over
south. Damn, the turning circle on this thing feels huge. Maybe my memory's just bad.
I'm horny for you.
Oh dear. Alright, let's see if the Scammiars decide to stay here, or if he's decided to leave. We shall know soon enough. Also, my torpedoes didn't hit that gate. One of them's still in here, though. Most definitely. Oh! Oh, there you are! Oh, hi! Thanks for firing all your torpedoes for me.
We've definitely got the Nicholas in B. There's somebody with him, but I don't think it's the Nevny. I can't tell.
That's right,
Gang
folks.
again.
No first blood for anyone. Nothing to see here. Carry on.
Move along.
Pretty aggressive over here south of B. Time to not be here.
Probably good
value
plan.
your life.
Be somewhere else. Yes, thank you, Dylan. Let's check the AP out. I got a broadside scores. What can I do?
Well, now that my interruption has been taken care of, as a Galsonier dies next to me.
Well, that's what Legals do, unfortunately.
Oh
He
yeah.
was the one praying for good destroyers.
Oh, was he really?
Well, he got us.
Mhm.
Well, he got us.
Also, there's boobs in the
Doom's
chat.
having a good game.
Let's just say that my highest damage in, I think, destroyers ever has come from Farragut.
Really?
I got 170k in Farragut. I had a bunch of battleships that allowed me to
Guys!
torpedo them.
Guys, I
What?
killed a plane!
I've already killed a plane. What are you talking about?
Well, but this ship... Okay, so one of the irritating things about this ship versus Farragut is you cannot take DFAA at all. It can't happen.
Oh, the flatboat. The carrier. I found the carrier.
Must kill carrier
Oh,
at
kill
all
that
expense.
friggin' Kaga. Their entire team is in B, so you should have no problems.
There's also New Mexico over there, but we don't care about the New Mexico.
Well, they're driving us out of here pretty quick, and we're way down. Well, we're only one ship down, I suppose.
Here's the Nicholas.
I think is our Hiryu just AFK? Oh, he's trying to strike the Kaga. Oh, this is gonna go badly.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, he is on fire right now. ECP is down.
Had to do some hardcore drifting there.
Kaga took our torp up the rear.
Well, at least I got the Nevny.
Kaga's back on fire, double fire now. He gone.
Alrighty. I'll get focused on this Nicholas as I have torpedoes away on that New Mexico. Ow! You better not be avoiding my torpedoes there. Uh-oh. It was one of those... No, it was right on the nose. I still got a torpedo hit. Mwahaha.
You gonna get one too.
And he's flooding.
On the New Mex or the Kaga?
Yep. New Mexico.
Kaga's dead.
Kaga's dead? Oh, you make me very happy.
Well,
Oh, look at this Miyoko charging ahead to die.
Ours is not to question why.
So, to continue the story of the Monaghan
Yes,
at
please.
Pearl Harbor. Upon getting underway from the nest and approaching Pearl City, the Curtis was observed firing into the water at close range. A submarine, conning tower, and short periscope was then observed bobbing and zigzagging near the west bank. Submarine was apparently glancing off the channel bed while maneuvering. Gun number 2 was ordered to shift to local control and fire at point-blank range. The first shot struck over and ricocheted into a derrick moored near the west bank. When it was evident we were attempting to ram the sub, the guns were ordered to cease firing. Within 75 yards, the submarine turned in sharply towards our bow and released a torpedo. The torpedo porpoised twice, then passed parallel to the ship's starboard side at a distance of about 20 to 30 yards. The torpedo was seen to go up against the north bank, throwing a geyser of water about 200 feet high. The submarine was struck a glancing blow, causing it to slide aft along the starboard side. The bow raised up out of the water as if she were blowing. As the sub passed the stern, the first depth charge was released. The explosion brought the bow and superstructure of the sub into full view. The effect of the second charge was not observed. The ship by this time approached close to shore. The crew of number 1 gun was ordered to stand by the anchor. The starboard bow came to rest against the derrick, struck by the ricochet.
Hey, look, a dead Fuso.
An oxyacetylene fire.
Oxyacetylene.
There we go. Was blazing on the derrick and became an explosive hazard. Men stationed on the forecastle played a stream of water on the fire, but results were not noted. While the submarine was backing away, a second alarm submarine was given. Gun 2 immediately trained on the port bow and fired one round at what had turned out to be a black cage buoy. The ship regained the channel and departed from Pearl Harbor. Respectfully submitted, Hart Kate, Lieutenant Junior Grade, United States Navy.
Oh, he was an officer on the ship.
He was the gunnery officer.
How about them apples?
Mm-hmm. After that, I do not remember off the top of my head what Monaghan did throughout most of the war. However, she came to an unfortunate demise in Typhoon Cobra, where she went down along with several destroyers.
Yeah, she was the only one.
Yes, I don't remember the other destroyers, but Monaghan was one, and tons of other damage was also caused on the Allied fleets thanks to that.
Yeah, if I remember, my grandfather was a Navy corpsman in the Pacific, and he was not in Typhoon Cobra, but I remember him telling me seeing some of the ships afterwards that had been through the storm. And in particular, which carrier was it? I forget which. One of the carriers in the waves took, just a tremendous amount of damage. And literally, if you go back and you look at,
It was the Hornet.
I think Ranger. Huh?
It was the Hornet that took all the damage.
It might be. If you look at, Ranger, if you go look at your Ranger model in your client, you'll notice that the way her bow was designed, the carrier, the flight deck hangs out over the forward bow. And what he was telling me was that one of the waves had hit the ship so badly that it took the flight deck and wrapped it down around the bow of the ship. And that was one of the reasons, one of the many things that you see now, modern aircraft carriers have that flared out hurricane bow, right? Where the bow flares out and the entire flight deck is supported all the way forward.
If it's Hornet, it's definitely the Essex Hornet.
Well, yeah.
Then, because Ranger, from what I recall, Ranger never went to the Pacific. She only was ever in the Atlantic. That was her entire career.
Ranger was in the Atlantic the entire war. I'm pretty confident.
Mm-hmm. That kind of helped her survive the war, being one of only 3 carriers built before the war to do so. The others obviously being Saratoga.
It's all on you, buddy.
Enterprise.
We both died, and our team is terrible.
Indeed. And there's the Nicholas. I knew he was on his way.
Well, they're both trying to flush him out.
And the Bayern.
Yeah.
Incoming Congo from the other side. Oh no, wait, the Congo went the same side.
Yeah, the Congo and Nicholas are together, basically.
So, let's see. Bayern's unspotted for the moment, though. I think those look like they were going to be good.
No, he dodged him.
He sped up.
He did something.
Yeah, whatever.
Ah, well.
Bad teams are bad.
So, verdict on Monaghan? What do you guys think?
Destroyer. It's a tier 6. It's American.
It feels like, it feels like a. I'm not gonna lie, to me, it feels like a worse Farragut.
Well, in a sense it is, yeah. You lose one gun, and you don't get the appropriate trade-off for it.
Right, like you don't get DFAA, and she's a little stealthier, but that seems to be it, right?
A little bit stealthier, but she's a little healthier. I'm pretty sure she gets.
Does she have a bigger health pool?
HP.
I didn't look that close. Okay.
Because Farragut's like 11,300 or something like that. And this poor Richelieu is going to go down.
He would have been better if he had used his fighters to crush Kaga things.
Yep. Instead, he preferred to try to hunt the Kaga.
Yeah.
Well, it was still a fun round.
Yeah.
That gun duel with the destroyers at the beginning was fun.
I'm not gonna inflict this on our viewers. We're done. We're gonna lose this game and we're dead. So let's go do something else.
Aiming it anyway.
Ends as I press exit to port.
Whatever.
So I think I'll get the result screen anyway.
Hey, it came in first.
Hey.
You probably did. You had a pretty good game.
Yeah, 995 base XP on a defeat. Let's see.
All right, let's do Asashio.
Ah, yes. Japanese destroyer.
Tier 8 Japanese Premium Destroyer. Avere on a brew.
Alright, there you are. I like the camo pattern on her.
I really do like
nice.
this camo. It's purty. You know what? I'm in the wrong port for this shit. This game is so weird. I can't even change the port screen while I'm ready. What the hell, guys?
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because if you're not the division leader and you change port screen and then it goes into the game, that could totally fuck things up.
Yeah, she looks good in Zipangu port. That's pretty.
I like her in Satsuma.
All right, let's get this done. Now, again, we can't show you the stats because of the way the soft embargo rules work. But the bottom line is that you look this thing over. First of all, actually, if you really want to know the stats are all on the wiki. Okay, for those of you that don't know, or may have joined this stream late, myself, Sath, and Doomlock, we're all wiki editors. We all work on the official.
Look who's on the team.
Oh, he's doing this intentionally.
Oh, well, if it isn't a familiar face.
Yeah, I figured. In any event, so when a ship is loaded into the client, we go and make the wiki page, and then usually within a day or two, the stats will populate. There's some back-end stuff that has to happen on the Russian side of the house, and then bam, you can see all the stats of a ship that's even in testing. So, you know, we're not allowed to show you the stats on stream, but you can go to the wiki and see everything you want to know. You can see the modules, you can see the range on the guns, you can see what torpedoes it has, blah, 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 blah. So, what I will tell you based on what I remember is that, for start, she has the same torpedoes as Kagero. These are the Type 93 Mod 2s. She has more gun range, about another click and a half. Other than that, it's pretty close. Let's give us some historical facts about this particular ship there, Doom.
Well, Asashio is the first in her class of 10 Asashio class destroyers. She represents the final special type / modern destroyer of the IJN that is to be released into World of Warships. All the other modern classes are in the game now, and thanks to Asashio, that's now all of them. She herself didn't actually have much of a stellar career, unfortunately. She, most of her time. So going over it, let me get back to where I'm going. So she participated in a few battles. Battle of Badang Strait is one such one where she assisted. Well, she was credited. Accredited with sinking the Dutch destroyer HNLMS Pietijn. Sorry, alert. And plus gunnery hits on the light cruiser HNLMS Tromp and the U.S. destroyer USS Stewart. She only suffered light damage, and she towed her damaged sister to port for repairs afterwards. Afterwards, she took a bit of part in the Battle of Midway, escorting Takao Kurida's support group, covering the Midway troop convoy. She assisted her sister Asashio in rescuing survivors from Mikima and escorted crippled Mogami.
Entire team is coming this way, by the way. One giant limbing train.
Holy moly. Good grief.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
Probably a good idea.
Anyway, go ahead.
I'm gonna flip around while I'm doing that. She then had a participation during the naval battles of Guadalcanal. She good hits there. Looks like this North Carolina is going to do the North Carolina thing of park and reverse. She did a few of the classic Tokyo Express runs, running transport missions from Rabaul to Bona and to. Oh look, there he is.
Yeah, he's working that inside gap. He knows everybody's over here.
Pew pew. The on the she escorted Zuikaku, Mutsu, and Suzuya from truck to Kur, and also escorted another carrier, Chiyo, doing a lot of escorting here.
Finally, Japanese destroyers. That's what they did.
Mm-hmm. I think her best battles were behind her at that point.
Probably.
Straight. Battle of the Bismarck Sea. She was bombed and strafed by U.S. naval aircraft and was eventually sunk by it on the 3rd of March, 1943.
You know, it's funny. I remember when the Japanese destroyer split about a year and change ago, and Killjoy was helping me work on all the different histories of all the different Japanese destroyers. So we were putting all this stuff into the wiki, and it was hilarious because literally every Japanese destroyer history, with the exception of a handful, was, escorted things sunk by American aircraft, like constantly. It was weird and funny all at the same time.
If you got to most of them, it'll be either aircraft or submarine.
Really? Bismarck manages to get 3 shells over the island, and I take 5,000 damage. Love it. Sovereign, to answer your question, Sovereign Dog got asked a question about why we can't show work in progress. I don't know. I just know those are the rules. We're told that when we're streaming stuff like this, we're not allowed to show. We're not allowed to show the stats. We are allowed to, of course, which makes, like, you're right, it makes no sense because the stats are available in the wiki. Like, this is not rocket surgery. But we're not allowed to show them. Doesn't make sense, but it is so.
We're supposed to perform surgery on rockets too? Why didn't nobody tell me about this?
Yeah, I don't know. I got a Z crawling up my butt.
Whoa! Ow!
Enemy cruiser detected.
torpedoes in that direction. I want my torpedo reload booster instead of smoke.
Me too.
Ah, well then we have an accord.
We're gonna lose this game. This team is awful.
I need help.
You seem to bring out the best in them.
Affirmative.
I'm going to laugh if this keeps up. I'm seriously going to laugh at this because this is looking like incredibly amusing here. Dang it, the Algeri missed them.
Yeah.
But that Z-23 looked like he could have, possibly, maybe, no, maybe so. Oh, there's
I'm
more
dead.
ahead of me. Why are there so many torpedoes?
Stream sniped by Mario. Love it.
It is Mario. No, the icing on the cake would be, I'm not stream sniping you.
Yes, it is. Come on. Everyone knows this. Nice big fat Bismarck sitting there. You got torps left?
Taking the lead.
Nope, they were reloading.
Figures.
That's why I was just staring at him.
It's okay. There's the Zed coming to crush you.
I will.
Or the
crush you.
Bismarck can just take most of my health off.
Yeah, I know. It's the fun of playing a destroyer.
Or even just an unfamiliar destroyer.
Whoops.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Yay! Vengeance!
Taking the lead.
Vengeance has been wrought.
I also
Too funny.
screenshotted that.
Excellent. Excellent work.
Wiki side. Anyhow, but yeah, Sovereign, that doesn't make any sense to me either. Like I said, if it weren't for the fact that literally the stats of the ships are publicly available to anybody with a web browser the day they go into the client, I could see why the rules are written the way they are. But barring that, it doesn't make any sense. Of course you're dead. You're on 350 HP in front of a Bismarck.
Achtung.
I'm
More
dead.
importantly,
Death. There
like,
it is.
nobody's dealing with that
Ow.
except for maybe the New Orleans.
The New Orleans is actually doing a really good job. The North Carolina is just running because he's a moron. And the New Orleans is only one of, so the Herakazi is going to bag him sooner or later. It's like he's finally got his radar up again, or the Z-23's just spotted for whatever reason.
Run away.
Honestly, I think I prefer Kagero, like, as well. I mean, Kagero has you have more range on your guns in this ship, which there's something to be said for that. But you have more,
Hey.
yeah, but the Herakazi's still down here somewhere. But you have much faster reload. You lose 2 seconds of reload off these main batteries. Well, at least that Bismarck's gonna die.
Our team is taking the lead.
Those are good looking torps, Zaf. I think he's only gonna take one though.
Well, he started turning, the jerk.
He looks like he's slowed down too.
Oh yeah, how dare he maneuver? Although he's got 2 second Bismarcks firing all secondary batteries at him now. Look at that! There goes 20,000 HP.
That was punishing, wasn't it?
Indeed.
That That hipper I killed, like, randomly, I felt bad for that guy. It was a stock hipper. It was an A-hull hipper on 37,000 hit points. You know, Mr. Duff, you're right. You've got a point. And I know I won't say I know this. I hear that they're in the middle of making some changes to the CC program. I don't know what that means. It's just the word on the street. Maybe they'll get around to updating some things. I don't know. But it doesn't make any sense. You're right. The CC rules probably predate the fact that we have a solid wiki team who updates this crap, like, regularly. I mean, I'm in there, you know, patch notes are available typically the morning of patch. You know, when they get released the day before the patch goes live, I go and I turn them into a wiki page. Bam. Oh, I see Zath took reload boost too. I was the only one that took smoke.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Guys are like suicidal, although it's working for Zath.
Getting 16 out in like short succession is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor too, Goose. I don't know if it's accurate or not. Nobody, of course, they're not going to tell us. So who knows? I will say that the day I heard that rumor, I went and checked on the Wargaming career site, and their Emeryville office, which is San Francisco, had been removed from the list of offices where they were looking for jobs, and that was the first time I had ever seen that. They had always had job openings in that office of some kind or other. So
right, see if
that's circumstantial evidence, but there it is.
Now let's see if I can take a drink and not be assaulted by my own cup.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of that comment, but okay.
It's one of those like frosty. It's one of those like full, closable cups with the frost the freezable container type of thing, and the top is obviously a spout top that you flip out. Well, with carbonated beverages at least, the air buildup shoves the liquid up the straw, and when I open the tab, sometimes it decides it wants to attack me.
Raptor?
Yo.
You realize we let this guy into the wiki program?
Yeah, I know. But you know what else? You know, someone worse preceded him. We let Person in. Yeah, we let Person in first. Yeah. I still have no idea how he got past the filters.
I like it. It was like, we let one more person in. Personator.
Yeah, I have no idea how Personator got past all the filters, but there you have it. All right, well, that was at least a brief look at Asashio. Again, more or less a Kagero clone, from near as I can figure. I mean, looking at the stats and driving her, she feels like a Kagero to me. The torps are really strong. So, if it were me, I'll tell you straight up, guys, I'm not a CC, don't take my word for it. If it were me, I'd buy Herakazi instead. Herakazi's got a lot of good options, and I think has the same... No, Herakazi doesn't get the upgraded torps, but still, she's good.
Yes, that's one of the things that Asashio will have over it, will be the Type 93 Mod 2 torpedoes.
Yep. All right. Grab your Salem. Let's do this.
I'm grabbing the Salem Witch. I mean, the Salem. Salem Witch is long.
Now, I would not have played this ship. Now, if I remember right, embargo was lifted on this ship a while ago. She's been available for streaming for a while. But I had a specific request from both Helicopter Rescue and someone else, specifically asked to see Salem. So, Hella, if you're watching, yes, Sovereign, we're all Wikiators. That's how we have these goofy ships. These are our press accounts. Well, in my case, and whatever. In my case, in Dude's case, Zath is also a super tester, so he has some of this crap on his main account.
Goofy ships?
Goofy ships. Some of the French battleships are pretty goofy, admit it.
Oh gosh, Leon.
Gascon.
Gascon is pretty goofy.
France.
I have not played France.
You played Gascon?
I have played Gascon.
And
Remember, I played Gascon with you.
I know.
I'm not a big fan of. You know what I want to try? If we get done with this, actually, we're gonna have time. Let's do an Alsace game. You guys all rave about Alsace like it's the best thing ever, and I've never played it.
Okay.
The Alsace. We'll bring her out.
And we've had a request for Normandy too. We've probably got time. What is it? It's 8:30. 8:30 Central.
Like that, yeah.
I'm seeing. Well,
8:20.
I'm Eastern, but yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll have time for at least one game. We'll roll the dice and figure it out.
I mean,
I'd rather do what they want to show me rather than what I want to do, because I can always come back and do whatever I want when I want to do it later. Well, this thing only has 8.5 kilometer radar. What the hell?
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of modifying with it. I think one point it also had a 7.5 radar in its development.
But she does have the stupid Minotaur heal. No, she doesn't. No, yes, she does.
It's a 20-second heal.
Yeah, but look at how much HP you heal per second.
That's 1,000, 1,100. Normally it'd be less than that.
Minotaur
I think.
heal. Yeah, it'd be a lot less than that. Where you boys want to head?
Well,
head
I wanna
over
see.
to Charlie, because there is
Alright, let's do it.
island, and Des Moines / Salem Lakes Islands.
I was thinking about snuggling up to this island on the south edge of the B cap. I think I'm gonna give that a go.
Well, and to get to my end of things,
Sorry,
USS
Phoenix, I
Salem.
misunderstood.
USS Salem, CA-139, the second of the Des Moines class heavy cruisers. She had a relatively short military career during her life. She was the flagship of the 6th Fleet in the Mediterranean for a time, visiting ports all around the Med. She joined the Atlantic Fleet for a time, including gunnery training at Guantanamo. She relieved Des Moines Oh, no. She was relieved by Des Moines to get an overhaul in 1951. Let's see, I'm trying to see if there's anything that she did in regards to actual fighting, and I'm having trouble finding anything. Training,
It's looking like they
more
went
training.
AB, so I think we can just go straight into C.
Hey, look, I found the Minotaur.
Roger. Hahaha. Yep, I'm gonna head straight on through. Yeah, she didn't really have much of any active combat experience. She was mostly flagship, and goodwill visits. There was a time, it looks like, where she participated in humanitarian efforts.
After is your
during the
radar able to get
Suez
to the
crisis.
Minotaur?
It is not. He's about 3 clicks out.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt their doom, but game question.
It's fine. All in all, Salem's most actual famousness is actually just being a museum. Oh look, it's a Minotaur. Yeah, she's the only surviving Des Moines class heavy cruiser. USS Des Moines herself survived as just a reserve hulk for quite an extensive time period before she was scrapped in, I think, the early 2000s. And Newport News, on the other hand, is a ship with some pedigree behind her name. Newport News actually fought in Korea, I believe. Had a career doing shore bombardment, flagship duties, AA defense, etc., etc. She even had more of a accident similar to Iowa's turret explosion. She suffered a breach explosion of her middle gun in her number 2 turret, which rendered that gun and the whole turret inoperable. You could see it in later pictures of her that the turret is played over and the gun fully removed. Personally, if it were me, I would have renamed Salem to Newport News. That's just me, though.
Okay, the heal is kind of silly. Like, it's not quite like Conqueror, I got a new ship silly, but it's kind of silly.
Conqueror is always going to be silly. Although the radar range is very limiting.
Alright, it is. I'm actually not a big fan of that. This Shima looks like he's trying to come through the gap over here. Look, let's see if I can find him.
I'm gonna make this Bismarck over here regret his life choices. See, here's the problem, Bismarck. You have 15-inch guns. I have 27 millimeters of bow armor. I can bow tank you. Mwahaha.
I've done so little this game. This is not my favorite ship in the game either. Like, I have a Des Moines, almost never drive.
Alright, new ship number 1.
Nice.
There's the Bismarck. It's been out of radar range this whole time, so I haven't been able to shoot at it. Now I can.
Got citadeled by North Carolina, all the way over at A.
Doesn't he have anything better to do?
Apparently not.
Although I'm now spending some time in the shade. And by shade, I mean Minotaur.
Look, guys, it's Grand Moff Karl Dönitz.
Grand Moff Karl Dönitz.
That's what it says.
Oh my. Oh, you took out one of my secondary guns. I liked that secondary gun. It was my favorite secondary gun. And you ripped it apart to shreds. There you are. Hi, Bismarck. Ah, he's spotted again. Nice hiding.
God, you gotta leave with these guns in the, like, next week.
Could be worse. Could be firing a 6-inch 47. Cleveland.
Our team at A did a really good job of dying.
Are they all dead now? It took them long
Pretty
enough.
much, except for the Shima who's being chased and Missouri who's spawned in the island.
I see.
Well, whenever I see teams on this map run to the one line, I get irritated. Like, you suck at this game.
One
like,
problem
what are you
of
doing?
rate of fire Des Moines / Salem is that I only have 15.8 kilometer range, so that kind of hurts sometimes, but
Actually took
on
the
the
range mod
plus side.
in this build.
plus side though, you get 4.8 second reload, and that is hilarious.
Yep.
Psst, Moskva, come a little closer. Come on, come on. I have some shells for you.
Good news is I think I can go south and hunt destroyers and get away with it, because other than the Kerfers, their battleships are all up north.
Yeah. Yeah, but you need
Go
to
see if I can
chill
find the
out.
Shimmer. Wonder what this. I don't know what health this Missouri's on.
Yeah, he's outside of my radar range.
Neptune's
or
getting pretty
view
ballsy
range.
too. You know what? I think I'm gonna move up here and kill the Neptune. That'd be a better use of my time.
Hi, Moskva. Did you like some shells? I heard you like shells. Oh, you like firing shells. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not the
you
same.
got-
Hey, there's our Minotaur, buddy.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you where he went.
Oh, there he is. Look, I did not order an extra large helping of shell rain. Thank you.
I'm spotted. Hello, that means the Shimakaze is not far away. Interesting. What is this Neptune doing?
Please send all complaints of my shells to Sea Raptor at wiki.org. I don't need to hear the complaints. He can take care of them for me.
Alright, so I'm see, this is the irritating part about this ship, right? Like, I'm spotted, but the Shima is out of my radar range. I'm not a fan of this.
Mm-hmm. Well, even in Des Moines, it's still outside the range, but it's less outside the range. 9.9 versus 8.5.
Right, but that extra click and a half makes a huge difference.
Yep, very much so.
Ooh. Nice to see that.
Our victory is in sight.
Alright, Zed, I need you to
That's
get
what
out
you
there
get for
and get eyes on
bow
those
tanking.
guys.
Oh wait, that's supposed to be a good thing. Never mind.
Urgh.
Well, we've got quite the mean corner over there. I'm spotted. And there's an Iowa over there, and a Kurfürst over there. Actually, I can shoot the Kurfürst. Are you moving forward? Or are you moving back? Looks like. You know what? Fire. I'll see.
Actually, I know where this Minotaur was.
Doom, you want to come south with me? We'll take out these destroyers, or you want to stay up north?
Sure.
They're a bit. They must be farther south. I am not spotted right now. Reversing down. I want to see if I can find this Minotaur. I do not want
I
to get
give
surprised
this
by this guy.
Kurfürst the good news. He ordered an extra serving of shells.
I'm gonna ask if you're gonna give him the Newport news.
Oh yes.
God, that was
That's a good one.
awful. God, that was terrible. Where do they
But
find
worth it.
you guys?
Torpedoes direct front.
Shimakaze's so useful down on the J line. Man,
Yep.
love it.
Oh,
Minotaur.
there's your Minotaur.
I see this.
Our victory is in sight.
That's a quad citadel.
Is he in smoke?
Yep, he's in smoke. Nope, he's dead.
Oh, good.
That was 5 citadels and 4
Excellent.
overbeds to kill him.
The best kind of Minotaur is a dead one.
Is a dead man. Yes. So, where's the ship? There you are. Oh, hi, Shimakaze.
Yeah, kill that guy. I'm gonna go up here and kill. I'm gonna see if this Neptune's dumb enough to come up into this smoke, into be in smoke. Yep, there he is.
See, Mr. Shimakaze, you forget a crucial factor of the Salem. Radar. Or are you reversing? That's funny.
Yep.
And now you're not. And the Salem witch claims another victim. Ow!
Don't fire at your allies.
And we win.
Yay,
Let's see,
winning!
who was...
Short range radar works after all, I suppose.
Let's see,
Weird
someone
game.
on there was pretty salty that we had 3 Salem.
Really, I missed that.
right at the very end. Let's see.
That was
Who
the
was it?
Shimakaze.
It was
I
the
don't know,
Shimakaze
man.
that was killed.
Yes.
I don't think the fancy heel is worth the trade-off of the crappy radar. Personal opinion. I'd rather have the better radar.
Are we switching to the other French ships now?
Yeah, let's do
I
a
still
game in
have half an
Alsace
hour.
and then we'll call it a night. That work for you, Zath? You mind swapping? All right, I haven't set up this ship, so I have to set mine up. Luckily, it's a battleship, so it's pretty easy.
It's a battleship. It's easy.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I suppose you can make a valid argument as to why you would play a battleship in anything other than a max survivability mode, but I don't know what that would be. Maybe it's just my stupid way of playing battleships. I don't know.
Well, greetings, Alsace. It's been a while. Oh,
I just know Phantom's always going on about how amazing this ship is.
Let's see. Alsace also has the rotating funnel from the video.
Rotating funnel?
Yeah, with the Russian chick that was talking about. Yep.
Yeah, and the developer diaries for the French battleships the other day.